Do you feel like giving up? Well, I want to assure you that you are definitely not alone. This video is for anyone who's feeling stuck, ready to quit, or wondering if it's even worth continuing in their business journey. If that's you, please hang in there a little longer. Don't give up. My name is Emma Kenzwa, and I've been an entrepreneur for 33 years. Over these years, I've faced many challenges, and guess what? The challenges haven't stopped coming. But I've learned not to give up, and I'm here to tell you, you don't have to give up either. Let me just say this now. Challenges are just a part of life. They're part of any business journey. There isn't a single successful person who hasn't gone through tough times, both big and small. So if you're struggling, know that it's normal. If anyone tells you they've had a perfect, challenge-free business journey, they're simply not telling the truth. Now, I want to share one of my many challenges with you. When I came back to Nigeria in 1993 to start John 33 Millinery in Lagos, I had 0 clients. I grew up in Port Harcourt where I knew lots of people, but I chose Lagos because it was the fashion capital of Nigeria, and because I saw, of course, better opportunities. It was a hard choice, but I knew it was the right thing to do. Starting in a place where I knew no one was tough. I didn't have many resources, but I had a small office space in Ojuelegba, thanks to a friend from church. Every day I'd get to work before 8 a.m. and stay until 6 p.m., just like people who already had clients. I spent those days crying, praying, and asking God for a way forward. Those were some of the toughest days of my business life. I remember a song I used to sing during those times. You have promised you will never fail. I will count on you. I will count on you. You have promised you will never fail. And it goes on like that. And I'll sing that song with tears coming down my face, trusting that things would somehow turn around. I was the only staff at the time, with just an old sewing machine in the corner somewhere, which my mother had given to me. Day after day, no one came for a long time. But then, one day, I had a good idea. I thought of the fact that, well, I couldn't afford a model, but I decided that I could wear my own creations to church. And every Sunday, I wore something new and something unique. Slowly, people began to ask about my headpieces. I even made some free samples for my sisters to wear. That's how I got my first few clients. They weren't enough to change my situation overnight, but it was a start. I used those slow, challenging days to build up a small sample collection. So when people did eventually come, they had something to see. Eventually, I earned enough to move to a better location in Surulere, somewhere on Akinshemoyi Street in Surulere. It wasn't my dream spot in Ikoyi, but it was progress. And looking back, I'm so grateful for the Ojuelegba experience because I learned so much. And here are some of the things I learned through that experience, which I want to pass on to you. 1, resilience and perseverance. Keep going even when it feels pointless. Those tough times, through those tough days in Ojuelegba, taught me that perseverance pays off, even if it's not immediately obvious. Number 2, flexibility and openness. I had to be flexible. Wearing my own creations to church was a simple idea, but it opened doors. Look for small creative ways to get attention. Sometimes the simplest solutions make the biggest difference. Number 3, passion. I realized that if I wasn't passionate about millinery, I would have quit. Passion is what keeps you going when things get rough and tough. Make sure what you're doing is something you really love, something you'd happily do without being paid. Number 4, and this is really important, trust in God. Whenever I felt overwhelmed, I turned to God. I'd pour out my worries, and though the answers didn't come immediately, they always came, and in the most unusual way. For me, trusting God has been a guiding light in tough times, a real anchor. If you started your business because you're passionate, remember that passion will help you weather the storms. If you're not truly passionate, it's easy to lose heart when things get tough. So make sure your business is something you love enough to keep going, even on the hardest days. And whatever you do, don't give up. The road to success is never smooth. It's not always the most talented or intelligent people who succeed in life. It's those who just keep going, no matter how tough things become. Well, I hope my story has inspired you a little. I'll be sharing more of my journey, so stay tuned for more videos that I hope would inspire you. And yes, a little request I want to make of you. Share your struggles and your victories in the comment section below. When you share it, it helps others in this community feel less alone and reminds them that they too can keep going. So don't give up, keep pushing forward, and remember, together we're much stronger. Look forward to seeing you in my next video. And stay strong, stay in there, do not quit.